So just like Captain Marvel, when they try to put these women-first agendas into these action movies, they flop, and this is going to do the same.
To that end, a few data points. Try that in a small town. #1 on iTunes. Sound of Freedom earns $100 million. Top Gun breaks Memorial Day weekend record. Modelo, Best Bud Light. Ben & Jerry's loses $2 billion. Disney loses $900 million. But best of luck to the feminist director. I'm sure yours will be a hit.
Yeah. That's why I am a Trekkie and not Star Wars. All right, guys, more on Never in just a moment.
I never really watched any of the Star Trek series, and even I know that it dove into some of the most progressive and diverse conversations in their storytelling. But as long as you make the hand gesture, you're an unwoke Trekkie. And what was that about movies that center women being flops?
I love this map. Call for number 5 here is a map. This is where Barbie and Oppenheimer are trending in the United States. I don't know if this says anything about anything, but check it out. I don't know what's going on down south. They like this Barbie movie a lot, Taylor.
A little bit more fun down south, maybe open to the experience. And we were tracking a few things. One is people are seeing, and you mentioned this in the other order, Oppenheimer first, and then doing a double header and doing Barbie after. So you can start with like a black coffee of Oppenheimer and then a fun Diet Coke or a soda in the afternoon if you want to do a double
Go back to this
header.
map. Here's the way. Barbie's like really big in the red states.
That's right.
And Oppenheimer's really big in the blue states.
Yeah.
That's going on, Bill.
I know. I think you know what's going on, Bill.
Do we?
That's the problem.
Do you know what's going on?
I'm not so sure.
I think people in the South like to party. Yeah. And people in the North, you know, they maybe have some.
There's an interpretation.
A little bit of
Here's the
intellectual
other thing.
guilt about the way Western civilization has unfolded. But here's the other thing. If you look at the map, in the South, it's really hot right now. Yeah. Right? So you want to go to the movie,
Yes.
you want to have a little fun. There you go. You go to the movie theater. It's freezing in there.
There's always cherry-picked analysis of the reasons some movies fail and others work. Instead of allowing people to enjoy or not enjoy entertainment or even some damn beer, everything has to be turned into a war on anything that Fox News pundits like. The incessant battle to tell Americans what to believe is so important, they miss the many times that people reject those narratives, especially on crucial issues that have recently had Republicans reeling during election season.
You continue to hear about cases like Kate Cox from Texas, where you live, right? A woman, a mother of 2, pregnant with a wanted pregnancy, her 3rd pregnancy, gets a diagnosis of trisomy 18. Her doctors say she needs an abortion. Lower court grants it. Then the Supreme Court of Texas overrules it, restricting her. This is about health of the mother and preserving her fertility. This is what the pro-life movement wants, right? People who want children and should be able to have them. She has to leave the state in order to have that care. She has the means to do it, which a lot of women don't. And that will be on the ballot. But you said there are no good polls. And I'm not saying that Biden isn't in trouble. I don't live in a fantasy land. But Reuters, Ipsos had a poll of the 7 biggest swing states. Biden's up 4. The Harvard Kennedy poll of young people, same margin advantage with Gen Z and millennial voters that he had when he won in 2020.
The silence and discomfort from the rest of that panel when truth was being spoken is a clear illustration of why these kinds of pundits love culture war topics, because it gets their conservative base angry. That is, until some truth and reality is placed in front of them, then they're quiet. But when they finally ask what their elected officials are going to do in office, GOP Representative Andy Biggs has the best answer.
We have nothing, in my opinion, we have nothing to go out there and campaign on, Chris. It's embarrassing.
Right. Well, I know the Republican Party in the Congress, the majority has 0 accomplishment.